Another day, another dollar in my favorite recording corner where no one can take me record. We're on lunch right now. I didn't bring lunch today, so I'm gonna be waiting until I eat at home because I'm not eating out anymore. Eating out moments like this, so I'm just gonna be a little hungry today. It's gonna suck. It is what it is. Wait till I get home and I'm gonna eat a big old meal, a big old big bag meal. Real quick, peep the Golf. Peep how nice it looks. Oh yeah, those my wheels. Oh yeah, I know they're hard. Don't worry about it. I know they look great. Oh, 2 by EQT, if you didn't know. So today I'm gonna go over my top, I'd say 3 cars, maybe an honorable mention or 2, but the top 3 cars that are my personal favorite cars of all time. Best cars of all time to me. That cars I would own and change nothing about and drive them as they are and how they were intended to be driven and just enjoy the cars as is. Intermission, had to get eggs McCream. And also, look how cool my car looks. Numero uno is going to be one that might not be obtainable in the future, but we'll see. R32 GTR. No questions asked. Where I used to be super into JDM when I first got into cars. I really wanted a Subaru. I used to be really into WRXs, like 240s, all that kind of shit. Those are like the cars I really liked. And then my brother got an M4, and then I just slowly started getting to Euro cars and more Euro cars. And now I favor Euro cars a little more, but I still have a piece of love for JDM cars. The R32 GTR is honestly one of the most perfect cars I think ever created. The only thing I'd ever do to that thing is lower it, put an exhaust on it. That is it. The car would stay stock. I would drive it as is. I'd beat on it like crazy. But that car is, to me, one of the most perfect street cars ever made. And it just looks amazing. It looks great. It sounds great. It is great. It's a great car. And I mean, it's called Godzilla for a reason. It won every single race that it basically participated in. So, it has history to it as well. I'm not really too into the history, so if I'm wrong on some parts, I'm wrong on some parts. But that car is forever going to have my heart. They're like 80 grand now for a solid one. And that's just, it's a lot of money for a really old car. Not really old like it's bad, but just like for the money, then getting insurance and all that. I ain't got money like that. I ain't got bad like that right now. Number 2 is going to be, moving back to Euro side, E36 M3. That car has my heart and soul for forever. Forever. I can't decide between a coupe or sedan. They're both perfect. That car is one of the most perfect cars ever created, period. I put the R32 over it because R32 I had longer time to marinate over and marinate. Like I had a longer time to think on it and look at the car, and the car just kind of has like a little spot in my heart that I can't beat. But an E36 M3 is one of the most gorgeous looking cars. The inline 6 is, I love the rasp tone to it. It's one. It's an awesome car. It's one of the best handling cars, one of the best driving cars. It's just an all around like pure sports car. It's a car that's meant to be beat on, a car that's meant to have fun with. It is just, and it looks amazing. It looks just the solid. I love the boxy look, the solid straight lines. The car looks aggressive. Love it. E36 M3 is another one to throw up there that who knows, might get one. They're like 30-40 grand, so more affordable, but still with the whole insurance and all that kind of stuff. Who knows? Maybe one day in the future. But E36 M3 is definitely my top. It's definitely my top 2. R32 GTR, E36 M3. Put those right next to each other. So, with a little bit of bias, of course, but I'm going to throw as an honorable mention in the middle of all this. Honorable mention is going to 100% be an F80 M3. Biased because I look at my brothers for, 3-4 years now, and I mean, it gets kind of grows on you, the look, but F80 M3s are cars that I just kind of always look at, and they always have like a ooh factor to them, like, ooh, that thing. I've always had a drawing to them. I love how the motors sound. I don't know why people don't like them. Just throw a signal midpipe on it and you're fine. Don't worry about it. They sound good. I love how the motors sound. I love how the car looks. The car, I mean, I've driven an M4, right? I'm assuming the M3 is not too far off, but I've driven the cars. The cars drive amazing. They handle great. It honestly is top. It could be up there, but it's honorable mention only because it doesn't have that kind of spot in my heart where it's that's the best of all time. Because those first two, man, I'm telling you, those have been my like eye-catching cars forever and ever. So I mean, hey, we'll throw up there's honorable mention because I really want one, and I plan to make that one. Honestly, I have a lot of forever cars I want to have. In due time, it'll happen. But that's a car I want to have here in the near future so bad. Another honorable mention. I can never forget this one. That's how rude of me. A86. Those things, dude. I don't know what it is, man. It was before I ever saw freaking Initial D. I've watched like I don't think I finished Initial D, but I watched a good majority of it. It was before I ever watched Initial D. I have loved A86s. They are so cool. They're just the coolest little toge monsters. They sound good. They're fun cars to drive, and they're so expensive for no reason. But the A86 is definitely a honorable mention. They look sick. They sound amazing. They're just awesome. They're awesome cars. Yet again, another like raw, fun street car that's just like, it's not fast, but it's fun. It's just boatloads and boatloads and boatloads of fun. Change of scenery. Tweaker started kind of tweaking out. So, number 3 is going to be 100% a kooky S14. The Zenki ones, I don't really like how like curved the headlights are and some of the other body styles are, or the body line. I don't think it's body lines, like the taillights and stuff. But the Zenki S14 is one of my favorite cars ever. I saw one really clean one in person. It was, I think, a buddy of mine, or old friend of mine's cousin. It was super clean. It was boosted. Or, I don't know if it was swapped. I think it was swapped. I can't remember too well now. But it had a really nice blue paint and super nice wheels on it. And the car was just awesome. The car looked amazing. And from there, I saw that. And from there, that just kind of fell in love with them ever again. But those things are, again, kind of more expensive. They're like 10, 12 grand for like a decent solid one that's not completely kind of thrashed or needs a lot of work. So it's another one that's going to be a little expensive to kind of throw in there and just want to have in the future. But who knows? Who knows what may happen? But those things are sick. Hey, the Froyo trip. We got Froyo and Dr. Pepper. It's ice cream. This is not frozen yogurt. This is straight up just vanilla and chocolate ice cream. I swear to God. At Amazon, go! We have made it back home to the garage. Frozen yogurt and Diet Dr. Pepper secured. We're going to end it off on a high note there. But that is really it. That is my holy trinity of cars that if the money was no object, I would have in my garage, no questions asked, permanent spots. Those cars are cars that got me into liking cars, that got me into learning about them, that got me into the whole idea of owning a cool sports car. And I could say stuff I like now, like a C6, like this or that, and throw some other things out there, but honestly, those three hold a more special place in my heart sentimentally and in my brain, that have more weight than the cars that I find cooler now versus the cars that I wanted to first own that I thought were cool. They're still cool, but you get what I'm saying. Other than that, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Adios.